this is Jenny from Just Being Me, and you're listening to the Learning to Love Yourself podcast, the show that inspires you to put yourself first.
Learning to love yourself on the path to happiness. Learning to love yourself on the path to happiness.
Welcome to our very special Q&A session, where you can send in your questions and I'll answer them on the podcast. So our very first question was, how can someone start setting boundaries with others without feeling bad about it? It's always going to feel difficult. It always is, because you're changing the way that you react with others. You're changing the way that you allow others to interact with you. So there's always going to be an uncomfortableness in your brain. Your brain is wanting you to do what you always do because that's the safer method. But you can't grow without changing. Start small. Make the small changes first. Put small boundaries into place and make sure that they're boundaries that you are happy to follow through. Because believe me, with practice, this will get easier. And actually, what you'll do is you'll find the right tribe to be around you, the right relationships to have, the right people that you need around you. Because when you put boundaries in place, you'll find the people that react in the way that you want to be reacted to. You'll also find that there are people that you start thinking, no, I don't think I want to be around you anymore. The energy is not right. By putting boundaries in place, you are deciding for you how you want your life to go, rather than putting that out there for other people to choose. Boundaries are one of the very first part of self-care. It's not the easiest, but actually once you get boundaries into place in your world, you start saying, this is what I want and what I need, because no one, and I mean no one else, knows what you want and need, because they don't live inside of you. When we ask other people what we think we should do, we're handing over our control of our lives, our energy. It's great to get the options so that you can then decide, oh, do I like that or do I not? But actually, it's you that makes the final decision. Because in life, you are responsible for everything that you do and everything that happens, because you take the choices of how to react. I hope that helps a little bit. Another fabulous question is, how can someone figure out what they really want in life? And this is quite a big, broad one. And it's not something that you can know overnight. It will take time, as you probably don't even know what you want to do tomorrow, let alone for your whole life. So it's about finding out what you do or don't want. Because often it's easier to work out what you don't want in life. If, for example, I was asked if I wanted to go mountain climbing, the answer would be immediate no. Even saying that makes me feel that dread in my stomach. I don't want to go and, rock climbing up a mountain. Thank you very much. No, I don't want to do that. So I know that I don't want to do that. We often identify exactly what we don't want much easier than what we do. If you aren't used to noticing how you feel, that's the place to start. Notice how you feel and react, so that you can start to understand your own feelings, when you do like something and when you don't. So my advice would be to create a list of wants and don't wants, and add to it daily as you notice more and more about yourself. Then you can start to narrow things down as you go along. Remember, the wants will feel good. The maybes, you might have some maybes, are going to feel, not so sure. And the don't want, you're going to absolutely know. Go back and check your list on a regular basis, because sometimes you might find that some of the wants you're kind of now that you've written down and you've identified them, you might re-look at them and say, oh, actually, I don't think I do want that one. I'm going to put that on the don't want list. Another fabulous question. How do you define happiness, and how can people find it in their daily lives? Well, let me start by saying happiness means something different to everyone. What makes me happy won't necessarily make you feel happy. So begin with noticing your feelings. Notice when you feel lighter and when it doesn't feel so good. When it doesn't feel good, either stop doing it, or if it's something like you don't like your job and you can't just stop doing it, then create a plan to change your job. Even making that decision will make you feel happier. It may also make you feel scared because you're doing something new, and our brains don't like new stuff, as it hasn't evaluated it yet to know whether or not it's safe for you to do. So every time you change something in your world, you will feel scared to start with. But thank your brain for trying to keep you safe and tell it it's okay to do this, and do it anyway. As with any change, small steps are the steady ones, and the smallest step forward is still forward. If you take a step back, it's okay because you can ask yourself what happened and learn a little bit more about yourself. So you see, happiness is not a destination, it's a journey, because there will be many happy moments along the way, big and small. You have to choose to recognize them and focus on those and not the negatives. In every day, there will be happy moments, but you haven't yet chosen to see them and focus on them. So make that change to start with. Remember, if you need support because you feel you've lost yourself and you just don't know where to go, come talk to me. My first session is free. Then you often move forward from just that one session. Happy getting to know yourself. Are you feeling stuck? Do you want to be able to create a better conversation with yourself, but just don't know where to start? I offer a free 20-minute session to see where you want to be and how to get you there. Just click on the link below. Remember, it's free. Book your space. It could change your life. Thanks for listening today. If you'd like to know more, you can find all the links down below. Oh, and don't forget to press subscribe so you can catch the next one. See you soon.